So we can say, essentially, we definitely would like to, we should begin to sense that a cash register is one of the classes in our system that we would like to be able to recognize and which will be beneficial. Interesting aspect is naming. If it helps you to name it a cash register, that's fine. At this stage, you don't even have to stick with the requirement of like naming your classes. You can at this stage use spaces and just say cash register if that's something which is readable and easy to deal with. Is you can actually use spaces at this stage. So this functional requirement that we would like to be able to produce as a result of our analysis of the business requirement is actually not programming language specific. It's not object oriented. It really doesn't demand any specific databases or file systems, or it just it is typically very general. So therefore, at this stage, we would like to say that it's perfectly fine to even use spaces in things that we would like to be able to identify, right? And so essentially, we need to stick with the user level vocabulary, the terminology that they're using, but that's the things that we recognize. Now, each log on, log off cycle, okay? Another noun, so typically you kind of get alert to the language where a noun appears in this document, and you say, what is a cycle? Is this an actor? No, it's not representing any kind of like outside process or user. Is cycle a use case? Maybe if if it's combined with a verb, right? When we have a verb phrase such as log on or log off cycle and things like that, these are typically recognized as use cases. So something like this could be indication of a use case, right? So we can say use cases, we can say log on, log off, right? And add them to the list of use cases. And the cycle most likely needs to be clarified, but let's put it on the list of objects that we would like to use in the system, right? So this is a cycle that essentially, my understanding of it right now is that this is the cashier who is assigned to the cash register. Once they log on and begin to do things at the cash register, this would be recognized as a cycle. And cycle very likely is going to have a set of records that we would like to store in the database. Like each sale will be deposited somewhere in the database and we will keep track of it, right? But the cycle right now, I may change my mind, but right now basically let's just say sales cycle, right? Sales cycle is basically a combination of sales executed on a specific register by the specific cashier who is logged on and can legally operate the cash register, right? So right now, let's just say sales cycle can be another object in the system. So see how we went through one phrase of it, but again, this is written so well with expectation that we would like to learn how to transform a business requirement document into some kind of recognizable and usable functional specification that it's very friendly. And this single phrase gave me a surprising amount of classes or objects, right, that we would like to use at this stage, and even a couple of use cases, right? So so that is an interesting observation by me is like one phrase, and we have so much interesting information. By the way, we're just like, perhaps we will be taking a break right now and moving to a different room. But I would like to mention something else. See how it says supermarket store? The store itself could be an object, right? The store itself, it just makes sense in the business that perhaps the store itself, and I like to name these things like using uppercase, the store or supermarket, right? Could also contain, could be an object which stores like store ID, store name, store address, phone numbers, and other things which are essentially business-wide, this system-wide set of information which we may want to be aware of, right? So that is yet another contributor. So let's save this and go to take a break, and after the break we'll just continue, hopefully speed up process of dissecting this business requirements right now.